cycle, you actually have a handout on it. I went through a bit of this the last night, but let's go back over the wages and payroll again. It's like this one. Got wages and payroll cycles, start finish. You've got the sales, the purchases, and the payroll in the same.
This is all.
Auditing, yeah. Recognise the payroll liability and the payment of the payroll. Okay, and what we have is what can go wrong, what are the risks, and what are the objectives of our wages cycle. And then how can it be prevented, and what are the controls we're going to look at inside of the wages. I would say like the wages can be a hard one to actually, keep segregation and do, especially in a small office. So we're talking about a place that has like say 100, 200 employees, and segregating out the duties between the workers running the wages and who's recording the wages and who has access to say payroll cards and who issues out payroll cards to people for signing in and stuff like that, and who actually puts the employees into the system. They should be all just separate people by right doing that. Okay, so we have record the work done. So the failure to record all the work done, okay, can lead to, how will we fix that? The control is sequence check on pre-numbered timesheets. Okay, so we should have if you look on the left side, you've got the risks, on the right side, you've got the controls. So the risk is failure to record all work done. The control will be sequence check on pre-numbered sheets.
Failure to record all work done, sequence check on pre-numbered timesheets. But if they haven't recorded something and they go on to the next thing and they put in another sheet, there's going to be in sequence.
Yeah, the cycle would be still in sequence.
Yeah.
But maybe they have a number on the job, that if they skip a job number,
oh yeah.
do you know,
Like
something
job
like
card,
that.
a job card missing or something.
A job card, yeah, like you've got a job card with the numbers on it, and you've got this the sequence check on the other side, and you've been missing job card number 101, and you have job card 99, job card 100, and next job card is 103, and you're missing 2 job cards in the middle. You see the little small, the square job card ones that are sequenced. Okay, work recorded, not actually done. How would you do that? Authorization of hours by the supervisor and a clocking in system. And again, if you have a place where it's got 100 or 200 people, you want to have a clocking in system. Even with smaller places, they have clocking systems. Okay, recognise the payroll liability. Wrong rate of pay used. So we're going to look at authorization of pay rates and changes by the personnel department. Okay, so the wrong rate of pay was used. We look at the authorization of pay rates and changes by the personnel department. Okay, incorrect deductions calculated. Manual check, reconciliation to previous period, authorization of rate changes on the system. And it's about incorrect deductions calculated. Okay, so say you failed to take PRSI off of an employee. Okay, the employee does not have to pay that PRSI back to you. Okay, because you actually deducted the wrong amount off of them. Whereas if you're looking at, if you've got tax credits and cut-off points and you're using them correctly, but the employee comes back to you and say, oh, my deductions are applied, I should have a higher tax credit and tax cut-off point. That's not your responsibility. That's the employee's responsibility to sort that out. But if you deduct the wrong deductions off of someone, so you say you don't take PRSI off someone and don't take tax off someone when you should be taking tax and PRSI off someone, the employee is not obliged to actually pay that money back to the employer. I thought, you know, I mean, that you should have to, but
In real life, they'll probably take over the next packet.
they can't. You have to agree with the employee. Because I actually just thought, I just know because there was a case of it there lately, and they forgot to take PRSI off the employee for 6 weeks, and they rang up someone to find out what was the legal side of it, and they have to get written permission from the employee to actually give the money back.
Yeah, but they're not going to not give it to you because...
This case, they didn't do it.
Good luck.
They didn't give it back. The employer had to take the hit.
Yeah, fire something for it.
You can't fire, yeah, you can't fire
No,
something.
you
Yeah,
can't say I'm firing you because of that, because I'm sure
Yeah.
there's some way,
something
Construction
further on down the line.
I know, but there's one of our shops after closing, and the guy that's managing it now he was moved from another shop to there, the guy that managed that got moved somewhere else. A couple of months later, the shop closed.
Conveniently.
I don't know, so it's suspicious to me, but I can argue, it's an argument you make, but...
Yeah, but most employees are going to give back the money. Like, I mean, if it's that's been deducted wrong, just give it back over a couple of weeks or something. Yeah, for a couple of euro in PRSI.
Some agreement with the money to pay back something.
Yeah, and it does happen. Do you know what I mean? There's human error inside there, like. Okay, we have. Okay, pay ghost incorrect employees. Check signing independent of payroll and sequence check of unique number, which is a tax number. Okay, and Jamie, even though it says here a check code for your tax number, you can actually still put in into, you know, I use SRS payroll, you can actually put in a made up PPS number, because I'd have a spare one on my computer system just to to check if someone came in and said, oh, how much do I pay them, how much do I pay them, how much will it come out at. So I have a fake one set up on my system inside a specific person, and you can put in a PPS number to tell you it's not a right PPS number, but it won't start to do the calculations. So it is very easy, for someone to set up and start paying money out to themselves. Okay, cash payment loss, identification check, security of cash, and unclaimed wage controls. And I suppose in shops, a lot of people, well, from what I see, people who work in shops, a lot of them, they pay the employees in cash just to save on having to lodge money to the bank and then having to issue checks after that. They're paying them in cash. Okay, but that's only an overview of payroll. I actually want to go into the nitty-gritty of it. So if you go on to the next set of sheets after that. Okay, so just features of the payroll system. The payroll system is used for the payment of wages and salaries and may be manual or computerized. Businesses with very few employees may choose to operate a simple manual system, whilst businesses with many employees will invariably use a computerized system. And the majority of people, even if I got 1 or 2 employees now, they're using a computerized system because it's so easy to set off all your stuff online, and all the stuff from revenue is coming through online now as well, so it's a lot easier. The personnel department, human resources, the personnel department will be involved in appointing staff and agreeing wage and salary levels. That department will maintain employee records such as employment contracts and our salary review listings, which will include details of current remuneration. These records will find a source of evidence separate from payroll records. Recording the hours worked. The payment of wages usually on either a time basis or a piecework basis. Time basis, wages are paid in accordance with the time actually spent on the job. So the first essential is a good system of recording arrival and departure times, which would be our clocking system. Automatic methods such as a time recording clock and clock cards are the most economical in all, except for the very smallest business. As well as this is use of computerized time clocks at factory gate or a suitable entry point. Okay, we know each employee is issued with a card. I'm not going to read down through all that. And just to the bottom line there, strict control must be exercised over unused clock cards, and these should be locked away and issued by a responsible official. Okay, that's the important part there, that if you are using the clocking system, that anyone can get willy-nilly off a card is not being used. Piecework basis, payment in this case is calculated on the work or jobs actually completed and not on the time worked. Piecework records are normally kept manually but may be computerized in some organisations. Okay, the essential element that there should be a record of hours worked or jobs completed so that wages can be calculated from this. Okay, that's just for recording. We're going to want to see what controls we should have over each of these now in a minute. Preparation of payroll. Payroll records, payroll record payments to employees made at the authorised rate for services performed. Payrolls are also used to record payments of pensioners who receive a payment from the company's pension fund. We will concentrate here on salaries and wages, although pension payments would be audited along with the other wages and salaries. Most companies maintain separate payrolls for weekly staff and monthly staff. Okay, so usually the monthly staff would be like people on their salaries, the managers and stuff. These payrolls may be split further according to types of payments made by the company. So you could have payroll 1 for hourly, payroll 2 for weekly paid staff, payroll 3 for monthly salary staff. The correct statutory deductions, income tax and PRSI, and voluntary deductions, union savings schemes must be made from wages and salaries. In a manual system, wages sheets, okay, we won't worry about manuals because nobody's using a manual system now. Okay, if you've got about your computerized system, won't worry about that either. Payment of wages. The payment of wages being cash by cheque or bank. The payment function must be independent of the payroll preparation. Okay, by right, you should have someone preparing the wages, and you should have someone completely different actually issuing the checks. We're actually talking out here about a large firm, not like that doesn't happen in a small firm with 5 or 6 or even 10 or 12 employees. You have one person doing the books and doing actually everything throughout. If wages are paid in cash or payroll, should be sent to the cashier who provide the requisite cash. Arrangements will be made to safeguard the cash during collection and transit. Person not paid for the preparation of payroll must make up pay packets under secure conditions. Okay, and that's why I suppose a lot of people have actually gone from it's gone now to just being done by direct debit, isn't it? A lot of people are just like at the end of the week you make up your hours and your hours are put, and your wages are put through straight like that. Saves on the cash, saves on time and everything. Okay, payment of salaries then are often paid by electronic transfer. Okay. The strict control must be maintained over the computerized information, which is the basis for payment of salaries. In the past, this has the advantage of reduction of process time and can accommodate the more time-sensitive payment systems. Type of controls needed are separation of duties for the preparation of electronic files, secure arrangements for the safe custody and transmission of data to the bank, use of identity labels and passwords, reconciliation of totals on the payroll system with the total on the files. Then payment to the revenue commissioners, and that's become a lot easier now as well because everything's actually sent in online as well. Okay, so and then payment to other external agencies. Voluntary deductions relating to external agencies may have been made from wage or salaries. They could be like, someone who's in a credit union scheme or something, in the work, and that's automatically over to the credit union account, or there's a club account or a Christmas account or health insurance, something being paid out of them. Okay, just giving you an overall view of the payroll. What I want to actually look at is go on to the next page there. Internal controls in the payroll system. This is going through the different internal controls that should actually be in place. Okay, so good internal control is essential as a large part of any business's expenditure relates to wages and salaries. So your first one should be division of duties. Adequate division of duties is important whether employees are paid by cash, cheque or bank credit transfer. Falsification of payroll records is an indirect but effective means of misappropriating funds. Division of duties should be established between those responsible for maintenance and access to personal data, authorization of hours worked or other variable earnings, bonuses, input of hours worked in the payroll, preparation of the payroll approval, cheque signing, making up wage packets, distribution of pay either by cash, cheque or electronic transfer, and payment to authorities of statutory and other deductions. Ideal separation duties would mean that a separate person would perform each of these functions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different people doing the wages thing. In small organizations, however, it may not be possible to achieve separation of all functions, and they all need to evaluate the impact this on internal control. Recording then, maintenance of personal records separately from payroll department and a comparison of these with those in the payroll department. Okay, and they say you should actually have on file a photo of everybody, you know, on your file, and a utility bill as well. You know, the banks now use that, you know, but they say in the payroll department you should actually have that as well, photographic evidence of everybody. Especially, I suppose, if you're dealing with like 300 or 400 people, do you know what I mean? To be
They normally ask you for like two
passport photos, yeah. So you have one for your probably your clocking card, or if you've got like computer access or something.
Yeah. And one will be just on file.
On file, then they know you're the same person. Reconciliations to explain changes in total pay induction between 2 pay days. Comparison of wage and salary totals with independently prepared budget of standard costs and examined variances. Reconciliation of income tax and PRSI deductions on payroll were returned to the Revenue Commissioners. The risks in a payroll system then. Examples are fictitious employees can be included in the payroll system and payment to these employees diverted to an individual for personal gain. Excessive hours of work could be claimed on timesheets or piece work records, thus inflating wages of employees. And in computerized systems, unauthorized access could be gained and standing data amended fraudulently. Most of the sources of risk are related to potential fraud committed by an employee. It is unlikely that management would wish to fraudulently overstate the expense of wages and salaries. Okay, recording and evaluation of the payroll system. I'm not going through this because I'm actually going through how to do an ICQ. Okay, which is an internal control questionnaire. What I'm going to be doing the next time we're here, I'm going to go through internal controls, the internal control questionnaire and substantive testing, and that will help us to get into the exam papers more and more. What I want to do is actually go to the exam paper. It's actually a good question came up last year about the weaknesses in the payroll system. So it is August 2014, question 5. Okay, and it's about the weaknesses in the payroll system. Okay, August 2014, question 5. Do you not have it? No? Sugar.
I've got November.
Oh, Joe,
10,
then what happened?
August 11.
I had them the last night. I said when there was nobody here, I didn't give them out. So, actually, I have them at home. Well, you know, and just photocopy this and photocopy the solution for you. It won't be a minute. That's what I have. I have a big box of stuff at home. I was wondering what was in it, alright.